There was once a boy who grew up in a trailer park. It wasn't one of those nice double wide trailers either. It was a single wide, completely falling apart, 40 years old by the time it got to his family. His parents didn't speak a lick of English. He had to translate everything for them, and this ended up making him grow up pretty quickly. So, at the public school that he went to, they began to, I guess, notice this and labeled him as gifted, which was cool and all. He began to identify with this, I guess, gifted personality or identity, and actually did pretty well in his classes, even though they were just super easy classes. I remember he even, like in the sixth grade, 11 years old at the time, was talking to his best friend about how he would basically become super wealthy, be driving around in golden limos, everything was gold for some reason, and just wealthy beyond imagination, and that he's going to be an anesthesiologist, even though anesthesiologists don't really make that kind of money. But this boy didn't know. So, I mean, you probably guessed by now that this boy was me. And, I mean, I really, I clearly remember saying those things to my friend, and I kind of still feel the same way. I want, I mean, I want material things as well. That's fine and good. But I think the core idea there is that I always wanted to be completely free, like to have to obtain sovereignty in this world, even at 11 years old. So I think, I mean, even though now I make almost $30,000 a month, I think my 11-year-old self, if they realized what that actually meant, they would be disappointed. I do not have freedom in my life. I have the freedom to do, like, I guess, like a small thing here and there, like a week of vacation here and there, go to my kids, like events and things like that. But true freedom, for example, just taking a month off and going to Japan, or taking 3 months off, a year off, exploring the jungle in Africa or something. I do not have that kind of freedom. And I, inside my, I guess, heart or whatever, I feel like I've always had that nagging urge to try to gain that kind of freedom. I don't know what it is, but I see that more and more there are people that are trying to reconcile their version of reality with their true desires of having complete freedom. Like, there's a reason why so many people are getting famous online right now, selling courses on how to get rich, and people are like investing in stocks, trying anything to get rich. I guess anything, but actually putting in the super hard work to get there. But I mean, when it comes down to it, that's what we really have to do. We have to dial in, lock in, and not just create some kind of product, but develop ourselves in a way that is congruent with someone that can provide a lot of value. Hopefully I used that word correctly. I threw that in there just now, and it felt nice, but I'm not really sure if I used that word correctly. Hopefully, I mean, maybe I can use that as one of the words in my Words and Wisdom series in the future. Congruency. That's like a math word that it's been a minute since I've heard that word. So, yeah. All right, back to the topic at hand. Obtaining freedom in your own life. So, I've been, having some doubts lately. I've been making a lot of videos the past few days, past couple weeks. And, I mean, I think it's that ADHD mind, just like wanting to go to the next shiny new thing. But I'm trying to force myself to keep doing what I've been doing the past few days, making these videos about just becoming articulate. It's not, the goal isn't to just become articulate. The goal is to obtain complete freedom in my life. But to get there, you need to have very high value skills. Let me explain. So, my first set of goals was to reach big tech, which I've done that. And I did that for the sole purpose of making a bunch of money. And that was because back then, whenever I was like really trying super hard to get into tech, it was around 2016, 2017. I dropped out of school and everything. And at this point, I mean, was a sushi chef, and I was studying how to code and everything. Even like after dropping out of school, I was still using the knowledge that I learned in college, but I was trying to apply it and then get a job, basically, which I did, and moved up in the world and eventually got to big tech. But the point here is not to focus on the skill of coding or the big tech thing. It's just seeing what is the most valuable skill in the era that you're in. So in that area that I was in, it was either you start your own business or you learn to code. Those were the two big levers that could get you into a high paying position, get you a lot of money. So, but these days, for a junior, someone that is fresh trying to crack a high paying job, it's just not going to happen without any experience or a really high level degree. That's just the environment that we're in. But there are different opportunities in this era. For example, there's influencers everywhere, and it's just going to be more and more prevalent that people are going to be having some kind of personal brand and becoming successful on the back of that. Because I mean, if you have a large audience, you you're basically a massive sales machine, and you can sell to a lot of people, have an outsized impact based off of the digital real estate that you have. And that's just the nature of things now. So, I mean, I get a lot of questions about should I learn how to code? Should I keep going to school? If you want to be in tech specifically, yes, you should learn how to code. You should go to college at this point. I don't think it's really a valid time to self-study unless you're willing to put in 5 to 10 years of self-study and just to become an absolute beast at it on your own. It's totally possible, but I highly doubt you have the willpower to do that. I mean, especially if you're having trouble focusing on different YouTube videos, you probably just clicked on this video while you were scrolling through trying to get a bunch of hits of dopamine, and I really doubt you even make it this far in the video. So, if you can barely make it this far in a video trying to improve your life, I mean, are you really going to spend the next 5 to 10 years grinding lead code and learning the basic concepts of coding and system design? I highly doubt that. But I mean, like I said, there's other opportunities here. For example, I mean, FedEx drivers, UPS drivers, they make almost $200,000 a year. I think that's the kind of mentality shift that we need to have to just leverage the opportunities of today. And I mean, being an influencer, I mean, I guess being a delivery person, I mean, it's totally valid. And I think it's valid because you make a lot of money, essentially. And if you want freedom, it's going to require a certain level of capital. For example, I'm making these videos right now. I have a freaking like thousands of dollars of equipment in here that I'm just amassing because I know the direction that I want to go, and I've been passively investing in the things that I know I'm going to use to better myself and to better my my delivery methods. Hopefully this video came out pretty good and articulate. I kind of feel like there was a few minutes in there where I was kind of dragging a little bit and almost stuttering, but basically just pausing. And that's kind of my initial goal here. So to become so articulate that I can just speak freely and just grab hold of that train of thought that's in my mind and just write it all the way down to, like, let's say like 20, 30 minutes. I think I would be super happy if I can just write a train of thought for 20, 30 minutes, be able to weave stories in and out of that video or whatever content I'm making, and yeah, just completely entrance and entertain people with just stories like that. I think that would be a super cool skill to have. So that's my first goal here. And second, I would like to transfer that skill to conversation. I think, especially in this AI age, one-on-one human interactions are going to be super important and also very entertaining because it's gonna have, like, AI interactions podcasts. I've seen them, and they are kind of cool, but they don't have the same kind of luster as real human interaction, I guess. There's something about the wondering questions of humans that is very entrancing. Yeah. So I've completely lost track of where I am right now in my train of thought. I Yeah. So I should probably end this video now. Hopefully you've gained something from this video. I really want to have you on this journey with me of not only reaching articulacy, but reaching complete freedom. Hopefully you can gain some value along that journey, and I'm a positive influence in your life. I mean, the channel is Father Fee. Ultimately, I hope my children watch this channel in the future, and learn something about their dad. And along the way, I hope to help you as well. So I'll see you next time.